celebrating over 50 years on the front line of social justice and reform. A 65th birthday extravaganza. All this and more as we take you behind the scenes at the Reverend Al Sharpton's and the National Action Network's 2019 10th Annual Triumph Awards. All this and more is happening now.
3, 2, 1.
Podcast has launched. You're listening to Sura Whispers of Wisdom.
If Sura isn't on your podcast isn't really on.
A sneak peek of the podcast episode.
Before we get into the nitty-gritty of the program, let me read Al Sharpton's open letter that was in the program. He says, and I quote, "Welcome to National Action Network's 10th Annual Triumph Awards. Tonight, we pause and reflect on the sacrifices of those who paved the way for us, and we collectively honor those who have joined with us across the years to help perfect our union." He goes on to say, despite their phenomenal success in the world of entertainment and business, those we honor tonight have not forgotten to give back and lift their voices in the struggle for civil rights. They have rallied for us to call attention to mass incarceration and criminal justice reform, have invested precious resources into ensuring that our youngsters have access to quality education, and have demanded inclusion and equity in the boardrooms, on the courts, on the big screen, and in the music industry. They are an inspiration to us all. He goes on to say the election of Donald J. Trump to the highest office in the land has birthed a new wave of anti-civil rights sentiments across the nation. The attacks on affirmative action, immigrants, and black athletes should worry us all. National Action Network has not remained on the sidelines. Through our direct action and advocacy work at the national and chapter level, we have called attention to President Trump's divisive rhetoric and have rallied thousands of new voters to the polls. As Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. noted in his 1963 letter from the Birmingham jail, our challenge is not to merely be a thermometer that records the temperature. Our job is to be the thermostat and help to transform and change society for the better. For a quarter of a century, we have been turning up the heat and have gotten tremendous results. As the leading civil rights organization in the country, we take Dr. King's mandate seriously. We believe that justice and equality are bedrock principles that guide the work that we do. Whether it's pushing for police reform, better schools for our children, job opportunities, racial and economic equality, and championing the cause of the LGBTQ community, we understand that justice is only achieved when all of us are given a fair shot. In conclusion, he says, we hope tonight's Triumph Awards inspire you to continue the necessary work that we must do to transform our nation. As we celebrate the work of these honorees, let us also recommit ourselves to the unfinished work of making sure that justice, fairness, and equity is commonplace in our everyday society. Yours in progress, Reverend Al Sharpton.
Click the link below to hear the full episode on iHeartRadio or iTunes.